California? Did it shine bright like the Hollywood stars, or did they fizzle out like the shining stars? Let's talk about it. You know, the way Monday Night Raw is looking as of late, I honestly think Triple H, Stephanie, Vince McMahon, and Kevin Dunn should all collectively go on one big long vacation, courtesy of the Shining Stars timeshare in Puerto Rico, man. All inclusive, flight included, hotel included, food, night out on the town, you name it, man. Shining Stars will hook you up, you go on vacation, get your head straight, refresh yourself, and then come back to work and hopefully put on a decent Monday Night Raw. The likelihood of that happening probably is 0, but it's worth a shot. You guys got to understand, and I don't even have my notes pulled up here. You guys have to understand, okay, that I am here to give it to you like it is. I don't see anybody else. I don't see anybody else on YouTube as far as podcasting goes in the realm of WWE talk. There's a few. Yeah, I'm bullshitting you. There's a few that really let you know how it is. All right? And they hold no punches, and that's what I like to listen to. That's what I've been molded to do here. That's how I have pretty much built my channel, man. It's a no bullshit type of environment here. And whatever you watched, you're going to come watch me, and I'm going to give it to you like it is, because you're not going to hear it from anybody else, man. You're going to come on YouTube, you're going to look up Monday Night Raw review, what are other people talking about it, and I'm going to be the one fucking guy who is going to pinpoint something that you did not see on the show. Now, the last tweet that I put out before I actually sat down to hit record for this review was about Sasha Banks winning the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I want to let you guys know something right now, okay? I had zero interest. I had zero excitement. I had zero investment in what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. Zero. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, main eventing Monday Night Raw, should feel like a big deal. It did not. And this is a product of WWE driving their lack of a women's division straight into the ground. This is WWE driving this feud between Charlotte and Sasha Banks down our throats to the point now where it's been outdone, outplayed, fucking week after week after week, dating back to before SummerSlam. Why should I care? Why should I care? Sasha already won the title. You, WWE, took it off of her, only to have her come back 2.5 weeks later, proclaiming that she's going to have Charlotte again in a rematch, and then you just gave her the title again for a second time. What sense does that make? What sense does that make when you have a brand exclusive pay-per-view in 2 weeks, and you could do what you did tonight in Boston in front of her hometown, Sasha's hometown, and you can have her win the title there? At least it would have been a feel-good moment, and I could feel happy for her because she won the title in front of her home city. No. WWE, again, in typical WWE fashion, they come off a 1.75 rating, the lowest in the history of Monday Night Raw. And what do? They falsely advertise a Cruiserweight Championship match, which we'll talk about later. Last week, I don't know if I was fucking drunk or not. I don't think I was. But I'm pretty sure I clearly heard Cruiserweight Championship. And on top of that, they were going to give you a Women's Championship with Sasha and Charlotte tonight, which we seen in the main event. You know, I tweeted out that I had zero interest in what happened, and it didn't feel like a big moment. It was not a big moment, goons. Sasha winning the title was not a big moment. You watch NXT, and you look at the chase that Bayley had with Sasha. Bayley never held the Women's Championship in NXT. All it did was make people want to see it more. It was the Daniel Bryan effect. Not to that extreme, but it was the Daniel Bryan effect. Every single time Bayley came within an eyelash of that championship, she always got fucked over. And when she finally got that opportunity in New York City with that crowd at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 1, and she beat Sasha Banks for the championship, listen to that fucking crowd. I want you guys to go back and watch that. Seriously. I want you to pause this video, and I want you to go back and turn on the network, whether you're watching me on your fucking phones, your computers, your PlayStations, your Xboxes. Go over to the WWE Network, go over to NXT Brooklyn, and fast forward to the end of that match. Listen to the fucking ovation that Bayley got when she won that Women's Championship for the first time. People were ready for it. People were ready to see it happen. We don't want to see it happen with Sasha and Charlotte anymore. It's over. It's over. Unless you're a fucking 12-year-old girl with fucking posters of Sasha Banks on your bedroom wall that you idolize every single night, every single day you come home from school. I want to be like Sasha Banks. I want to be a diva. That's all that cared about tonight. That's all that cared about this main event tonight. You see, people like me and you, we've seen it done already too many times on Monday Night Raw. And again, in typical WWE fashion, right before pay-per-view, they give us the match that should be taking place at the pay-per-view on Monday Night Raw to pop a cheap rating because your show fucking sucks. Because Monday Night Raw is so fucking terrible. You want to give us a championship match, and you want to crown a new champion. She should have never lost the championship to fucking begin with. She should have never lost the title to begin with. She comes back fucking 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks later. She could have still been the champion for 3 weeks out of the show or off the show due to injury. You didn't need to give it back to Charlotte, only to flip-flop it like hot potato again, right back to Sasha. This frustrates me as a fucking fan, man. It frustrates me as a fan. It frustrates me that the WWE has already a lack of a division. Now, what are you going to do at Hell in a Cell? What do you do at Hell in a Cell? What are you going to give me, Sasha and Charlotte again? So I care even less about it? Or what are you going to do? Another bumble-headed fucking bright move by WWE. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to put Bayley in the championship match? And you're going to give us Bayley versus Sasha fucking 8 months early? See, you people don't think about this shit when you're watching this show. All you do, championship match, Give me a fucking break, man. Illogical goons watching the show. Then I got grown men tweeting at me. Oh, it was exciting to everybody but you. No, motherfucker. It was exciting to fucking the 6-year-old fucking girls in the crowd. Like I said, who fucking come home from school and fucking just look at the poster all starry-eyed. Wishing they were a fucking WWE diva. Oh, I'm gonna be at the Performance Center. I can't wait till I turn 18. Fuck out of here, man. Grown men telling me, oh, it was exciting to me. I don't know what you watched. I know what I watched. I watched WWE fucking up again. I watched WWE again ruin the women's division week by week. Every single chance they get, they're tearing it down. They are tearing it down. This division sucks on Monday Night Raw. It sucks. It sucks. Where do you go from here now? Unless I see Nia Jax in the championship match at Hell in a Cell, I will stand for nothing else. What are you going to put Dana Brooke in there? Look at their division. Look at their division. Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley. The 3 women who built this foundation of a revolution. And that's all you got? Who else you got? You got Dana Brooke? She don't even belong on the main roster. She can't even fucking peel a cucumber. She gonna get in the ring and fucking wrestle? Give me a fucking break. She'll even fuck that up. Here, let me peel the cucumber, honey. You want a salad? You want cucumber in your salad? Huh? What about the olives? You want tomato? I got these little croutons that you like too. Oh, you don't want the croutons? Okay. All right, no croutons. What kind of dressing you want? Listen, I don't have Russian dressing. We're not Rusev and Lana over here, bro. Come on, I got balsamic vinaigrette. I got Italian. I got Thousand Island Ranch. Listen, they were all sold out at Ranch at Stop and Shop. Listen, you're gonna argue with me about Ranch? I don't have fucking Ranch. What are you talking about? I bought this yesterday. It's fresh. You telling me it's expired? Come on, man, give me your fucking bread. Eat your fucking salad. Now you don't want the olives. I just peeled this fucking... What? You're telling me I peeled the cucumber, I botched the fucking cucumber slicing and the peeling of the cucumber? You know what? Go fuck yourself. Seriously, she would botch a fucking cucumber. Peeling a cucumber for a fucking salad. You know, she's dating Dolph Ziggler, by the way. Seriously, I wonder if she botches in other fucking areas. I'd love to see that. She don't belong on Monday Night Raw. She belongs right down in NXT. And even that, she'd fuck up at. Please. She'll probably make the NXT division worse than it already is, being that Bayley isn't there anymore.
Sorry about this, guy.
You guys get my fucking point. Monday Night Raw's women's division is fucking terrible. They drove it into the ground already, and I just don't care. I just don't care. And then you got Emmalina. Emmalina is coming to Monday Night Raw. Did they even consider putting her on SmackDown? Did they even consider about putting her on SmackDown? Oh, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. She's dating Zack Ryder. She's modeling in all these little bikini photos, and she's got her fucking tits hanging out. She's wearing fucking barely anything underneath. It's like a fucking piece of dental floss down below. You can pretty much see everything. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. We're gonna put her on Monday Night Raw, because that's where most of the fucking Total Divas are anyway. And we want to get total exposure for total garbage on the E! Network. And we're going to change her name, Emmalina. Emmalina. Seriously, is she a French maid? Is she going to be fucking dusting my windows and fucking Windexing my fucking blinds? What's going on, Emmalina? The fuck is going on here? Sounds like she's starring in the fucking, the newest, Johnny Sins porno. What the fuck's going on with Monday Night Raw? I mean, who's running their operation over there? Emmalina. What happened to the other fucking gimmick that she went out with? The glasses and the black glove. What happened to the Emma that gave me a fucking match of the year candidate for the women against Asuka at NXT TakeOver London? That's the Emma I want.
He's right.
And then you got fucking people telling me, oh, JD, you're too overly negative. It hasn't even debuted yet. Give it a chance. Listen, the fact that they're changing her gimmick, the fact that they're changing a gimmick for Emma that never even went anywhere, that had all the fucking potential in the world to fucking succeed, I already fucking hate it. But because she didn't give her a chance with the other gimmick that she had before she went out with injury. She didn't ask to go out on an injury. She didn't ask to have a back injury. Now you're fucking her over again. Give me the Emma. I'd rather have the fucking Emma doing this and fucking popping bubbles. Emmalina. What is she gonna be, a fucking runway model? Give me a break. This is a women's division. I don't want to see tits. I don't want to see ass. Literally, I do, but I mean, I want to see in-ring action. I want to see in-ring action. I don't want to see fucking Sable and Sunny back in the day anymore. That's a fucking cliche, fucking just gone concept. I want to see what's happening with Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley, but I don't want to fucking be given this shit week after week after week to the point where we become unsensitized to everything. There's no emotion. There's no emotion in this product anymore. There's no emotion in this division anymore. It's fucking garbage. Absolutely garbage. And I hope you understand, in between all the fucking wisecracks and the jokes, where I am coming from. Seriously. They fucked up already with Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley. Bayley's not even there a month yet, and she's already fucking unimportant in my eyes. How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? She goes from winning the championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn and being one of the most popular superstars in the entire fucking company to a superstar on Raw that's an afterthought. And then Sasha, she's on one day, off the next. She wins the title, she loses the title, wins the title back. I mean, why should I care? Because she won the title in Los Angeles for a second time? And now she's going to Boston and Hell in a Cell in her home city. Who's she fighting? Is she fighting Charlotte now? And then you'll have some fucking asshole in the comments, oh, maybe they'll put it inside Hell in a Cell. Yeah, because the women need a Hell in a Cell. They already killed themselves in a standard one-on-one match with unnecessary bumps. You're going to put them in a Hell in a Cell? Give me a fucking break. God knows what Sasha's going to want to do. Knowing her, she'll probably do a plancha off the steel cage. Seriously. Give me a fucking break. She can't even fucking move correctly in the ring or take a bump off the top rope. You're going to put a fucking 25-foot steel cage around these women? Get the fuck out of here, man. Awful. Absolutely illogical booking that was done to pop a rating due to a 1.75 rating. And it's not even Raw's fault. The rating's going to be higher this week. There's no presidential debate. The Giants were playing on Monday Night Football, so they probably got crushed by that. But that's the standard. That's the standard for WWE programming in the fall and winter. They're going to get destroyed by Monday Night Football. And then when you got the baseball playoffs coming on, starting this Wednesday all the way to the end of October into the first week of November, they're going to get crushed by that. So when you have baseball and football on Monday night, what is Raw going to do? They're going to blame Kevin Owens? They're going to blame the fucking vanilla midgets that we see on Monday Night Raw? Oh, the cruiserweights are bad. Cruiserweights aren't getting it done. Obviously, people are going to want to see fucking the baseball playoffs and whoever else is on Monday Night Football, because every football game's important, right? But we've become so desensitized with the women's division. What are they going to do at Hell in a Cell? What we seen tonight should have been at Hell in a Cell. And the fact that she won it, and she shouldn't have lost it, who cares? Who cares? Seriously. My rant is done. I have nothing else to say. Hopefully you got what I'm trying to get across, because that's just the way I interpreted everything on Monday Night Raw. I don't care. I don't care. And there's not a lot on this show that I did care about. It was still. And the fact is, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Monday Night Raw wasn't even that bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It's not going to be a show that I'm fucking overly going to fucking come down with a sledgehammer on. It wasn't bad. The 3 hours is too fucking long. This is a typical routine every single week. Something that the 3 hours is too long. We know that. If it was a 2-hour show, it would have been great. It would have been great. Because by 9:30, 9:45, I start yawning. I start falling asleep. And a lot of you guys do as well. Everybody starts fucking zoning out after 2 hours. 3 hours is just too long. You can get everything, all the important stuff that happened on tonight's show could have been condensed into a 2-hour show. This is why we like SmackDown so much. This is why SmackDown is easier to watch. There's less filler. All their important happenings are happening within the 2 hours. They don't have an extra hour where they embarrass themselves and put people to sleep. And luckily, Los Angeles was a decent fucking crowd. Luckily, they were alive for the 3 hours. If this was in fucking Biloxi, Mississippi, or some fucking random remote town in Tennessee, they would have been fucking half asleep by 9:30. Give me a break. But Monday Night Raw in Los Angeles tonight, show opened up with everybody's favorite wrestler, Roman Reigns. Got to open the show with Roman Reigns. He's more important than the Universal Championship. Only means one thing, folks. If we're seeing Roman Reigns opening the shows and in the most important aspects of Monday Night Raw week after week after week after week, it will be sooner than later when we see Roman Reigns back in the Universal Championship picture. Mark my fucking words. So obviously Lana and Rusev start the show, and fans are chanting, "Thank you, Lana." For what? I don't know. She was wearing barely anything, so I'm assuming that's what they were thanking her for. The fact that she had half of her fucking tits out, they were probably thanking her for that. Lana rips into Reigns for everything that he's done in recent weeks, but Reigns just tells her to bring her husband out and have Rusev stop hiding behind her dress. I'm assuming 100%, if you're not a fucking homosexual, 99 to 100% of the fucking people in Los Angeles, in that Staples Arena, would rather hide behind Lana's dress than anything else. So, I'm assuming everybody's in agreement there. So, Rusev comes out, and they brawl. And does anybody at home care? No, because we've seen this time and time and time again. So, Rusev is getting the best of Roman Reigns. At one point, Roman Reigns is kicked into oblivion, into the crowd. He disappears for a couple of seconds. Rusev picks up the United States Championship and starts carrying around the title and says, "This is mine, this is mine." Out of nowhere, Roman Reigns comes from around. He got knocked into the crowd. He goes around the fucking audience to the top of the stage and pretty much hits a Superman punch on Rusev and knocks him out. And that was that. And then he proclaims that they will meet at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell. Now, I took to Twitter and I complained about this because, number one, it's a mid-card feud. Number two, it's a feud that barely anybody has any interest in. Number three, a Hell in a Cell for this feud is not necessary. And my logic is actually down to earth. It's something a lot of other people are thinking the same thing about. I mean, this is not the most important match on Monday Night Raw. In fact, the Universal Championship is the most important thing on Monday Night Raw. Why are they not building Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins up for Hell in a Cell, but they're building this match up for Hell in a Cell? I mean, does this feud belong inside the cage? Is it worthy of the history that is Hell in a Cell? Of course it's not. Of course it's not. It's nothing to sell. It's nothing but fucking pay-per-view buys to WWE. Ooh, a cage. Oh, two guys. Roman Reigns in the cage. I gotta see him in the steel cage. In the Hell in a Cell, that's all. It's nothing but a marketing ploy. It's a gimmick. And a gimmick like this needs to go away. Because the Hell in a Cell, again, has been devalued to the point where it is absolutely fucking unimportant. It is unimportant to the WWE calendar. In fact, this pay-per-view should be fucking wiped away completely from the pay-per-view calendar. I don't understand why they own the properties to WCW, and you can't give me a Halloween Havoc. You can't give me a Fall Brawl. Something along those lines. I mean, Hell in a Cell. I mean, the days of Hell in a Cell are gone. There's no more Undertaker. There's no more Foley. There's no more Cactus Jack. There's no more Rikishi, The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold. You know? At this point, I'd rather see the fucking Big Boss Man and Al Snow in the fucking kennel match that they had than this bullshit. Nobody cares about this feud. How many fucking times do we have to see it over and over and over again? We get it. It ended when Reigns won the title. Does anybody believe that they're going to take the title off Roman Reigns going into Hell in a Cell? Does anybody believe Rusev stands a fucking fighting chance here? Of course not. So this match is already pointless. It is pointless, and it should not be happening. If you wanted to have it happen, okay. Have it happen in a one-on-one environment or some other type of stipulation. The fact that it's Hell in a Cell, it's just lame. It's lame, it's lazy, and it devalues the Hell in a Cell even more so than it already is. Nobody gives a flying fuck. TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. This was supposed to be a championship match. I don't know when WWE changed the rules here. I don't know when they switched it up. But they think that everybody watches the pre-show before Monday Night Raw. They're all excited. They're all excited to watch the pre-show. So if the announcement was made on the pre-show, guarantee you nobody gave a fuck about the pre-show. And nobody watched. So when we seen this match on Monday Night Raw, we're all excited. And when Brian Kendrick fucking won this match with the Captain's Hook, a.k.a. the Bully Choke, I thought he was the new champion. And then I got fucking Byron Saxton saying, "Oh, Brian Kendrick just submitted the champion." And then Michael Cole's coming out and said, "Well, this victory is going to earn him a future Cruiserweight Championship match." I'm like, what? Wasn't this a championship match? Unless Monday Night Raw really put me to sleep last week, I might have missed the announcement. But I'm pretty sure my eyes were at least half open to understand that this was a championship match. Needless to say, it was not a championship match. T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick ended in 9 minutes.
JD from NY206.
And out of all the bullshit that happened on this show, these guys could have got another 5 minutes to do what they do. But 9 minutes, listen. The Cruiserweights were the best thing of the year so far on the WWE Network. Probably all of WWE for 2016. You can give these guys a little bit more time on Monday Night Raw. I mean, we got the face of the division here in T.J. Perkins, and you got Brian Kendrick, who's slowly but surely getting himself over as a credible heel in the division. 9 minutes is not enough for me, especially with two guys this good and this talented. Give these guys a little bit more time. I don't understand why it only went 9 minutes, but T.J. Perkins, listen, I mean, this guy just won the championship. There's no reason why T.J. Perkins should be tapping out his second week on Monday Night Raw. Give me a break. It's a great way to make a champion look strong going into the pay-per-view.
I'm going to go as JD
Seriously.
from NY206.
So what does this mean? Is Brian Kendrick going to win the championship? Is T.J. Perkins going to come from behind and overthrow the wily heel veteran in Brian Kendrick? I mean, why is the champion losing here?
And also check out my Instagram at Darkside.
I mean, he just won the championship. This is his second week on the show. You want to establish him as a credible champion, but you're making him tap out. Not even a fucking roll-up. Not even a fucking cheap victory by cheating did Brian Kendrick attain this victory. He made the champion tap. How are you going to do that to T.J. Perkins? It's just illogical to me. Champions should not be tapping. If he's a heel and you're going to establish him as a heel, he should be winning via heel-like tactics, not making the champion tap clean. Come on, man. I may be some fucking irrelevant on YouTube, but I'm no fucking dummy. Give me a break. T.J. Perkins taps out to the captain's hook. Give me a break with that one. Seth Rollins sat down with Michael Cole here and says he's been medically cleared. I heard otherwise. I heard Rollins is not medically cleared, but I'm assuming they are playing it up that he is medically cleared because they don't want nobody to fucking worry, and they don't want to put the Hell in a Cell main event in jeopardy to all the goons watching. This sit down with Michael Cole was nothing of importance. I'll tell you what this sit-down segment was about in a mere one sentence. This was Seth Rollins sitting face-to-face with Michael Cole, and it pretty much was Seth Rollins proclaiming that he is pretty much a babyface from this point on. It's okay to cheer me now, WWE Universe. It is okay to cheer me. I'm the one who worked hard to get the WWE Championship. And here we are in 2016, where Kevin Owens is the bully, and he has things handed to him. I am going to win it back fair and square, and I'm going to show I don't need anybody or anybody's help. I'm going to do it on my own, like a big boy. I'm going to stand in front of the toilet and piss, just like a big boy. I'm going to sit down on the toilet and wipe my ass after a nice steaming shit, like a big boy. This is all that promo was about. I'm a good guy. Cheer me. Kevin Owens is the bad guy who got shit handed to him. There you go. That's all that was. Braun Strowman versus Chase Silver. Do I even need to go over this? Seriously. How many weeks is this now with Braun Strowman? I mean, does anybody fucking care? Does anybody care? Please, raise your hands. Does anybody care? No. There'll be one fucking asshole in the back of the classroom. Oh, I care, JD. I care. He's a giant, man. We need imposing threats on Monday Night Raw. No, I need more segments on my television on Monday nights that I actually care about. Braun Strowman is not one of those guys I care about. Post-match here was rather intriguing. Strowman says WWE is wasting his talents. Well, how many fucking weeks of squash matches did you have, man? I don't see any talents at all. I mean, weren't these matches supposed to get you over and showcase what you can do in the ring? All you've done was deliver big boots and clotheslines and a reverse chokeslam that is absolutely fucking disgusting to look at. It's not even intimidating as a finishing move. What has this guy done in 3 months of squashes? Nothing. He's done nothing. He's showcased nothing. He hasn't shown us what he can do. All these reports back in the summer. Well, Braun Strowman can actually wrestle. Vince McMahon is holding Braun Strowman back. He is actually a great in-ring talent. Where? Where, in my dreams? In WWE 2K17, is he a great in-ring talent? Give me a break. Post-match, he says he wants someone next week, chosen by Mick Foley, better competition. Enough of these weak fools. There might not be a next week if Foley does not comply with his demands. I've been stating it for fucking months now. I have been stating it, and there's no reason to come and tell me, oh, JD, you stole that from Saga Monster, man. I've been stating it for weeks. If Big Show or Mark Henry comes out next week, and yes, clowns, they're both drafted to Monday Night Raw, guarantee you it's going to be one of those two guys. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Are they going to put me in the ring? Are they going to call up JD? Right? Are they going to call New York? Hey, JD, fly out to wherever Monday Night Raw is next week. You're the competition for Braun Strowman. Yeah, you know what I do? I get in the ring and do this. You can big boot me, pay me my fucking $15,000, and that's it. At least I'll be more competition than fucking Chase Silver. At least I'll have some fucking backup with my words. Listen, you're garbage. All this talent, all these weeks, all these months of fucking squashes, and what happened? You're still as bad as you were when you were in the Wyatt family. Nobody gives a fuck about Braun Strowman. Guarantee you it's going to be Big Show next week on Monday Night Raw. And if it is, I'll laugh. And if it is, I'll continue to proclaim hashtag get off my TV. Mm-hmm. What do we got here? This was the best part of the show. This was literally the best part of the show. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho are absolutely fucking gold. The list of Jericho is brilliant. I haven't laughed that hard in weeks with something on Monday Night Raw. Now, I understand Monday Night Raw is all about entertainment. This, to me, is entertainment. When you have guys that are actually funny, and you have guys with personality that are just fucking oozing through the television, like Owens and Jericho, obviously this is comedy gold. And then you add the New Day on top of that, where they can work and bounce fucking jokes off one another in a fluid, comfortable fashion, unlike fucking Gallows and Anderson, who were not funny at all with the New Day. It failed miserably. You look back at that, and then you look at this, and you see where WWE went wrong. They have fucking buried Gallows and Anderson to the point where they just are not fucking important anymore. This was great. This was great. Kevin Owens and Jericho respond to Rollins' comments earlier. Owens asks Jericho what he's done to deserve a rematch, because the truth is that Seth lost at Clash of Champions. Rollins has been complaining about the referee, but he's only got himself to blame. And then they start laughing at the fans for chanting stupid idiots. Everybody was getting behind it because they were genuinely enjoying the segment. They were chanting stupid idiots. And then Owens was like, look at these stupid idiots. They're stupid idiots for chanting stupid idiots. Owens suggests that Jericho should be the guest referee. Jericho suggests that he get a title shot of his own, but of course, he means the two of them getting a title shot for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Owens isn't sure about that because he's got so much on his plate. He's got Seth Rollins, he's got the Universal title, he's got Hell in a Cell coming up, and it might be a little bit too much work. So, Jericho says, listen, we can do this. It's not like I'm asking you to put your Universal title on the line against me. This is the New Day. This is the Tag Team Championships. And Owens like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go after the New Day. New Day comes out and says that they are best of friends. That earns them a spot on Jericho's list. So Jericho's writing down, they're on the list. Big E opens his mouth, he's on the list. Kofi Kingston opens his mouth, he's on the list. Xavier Woods opens his mouth again. Kevin Owens is like, listen, put him on the list twice. Put him on the list twice. Xavier Woods made the list twice. This is fucking, I was laughing so fucking hard, man. This was comedic gold right here. So they eventually do this segment. It leads to I thought it was going to be a championship match. It did not. There was one comment here that I died laughing at, man. Fucking, what's his name? Xavier Woods says, look at yourself. Because Owens made mention of the New Day jumping the shark. Like, they get to a situation and they jump the gun a little bit. And Owens used the term, they jumped the shark, right? And then Xavier Woods comes out and says, look at yourself. When was the last time you, Owens, jumped over anything? And then Owens was like, put Woods on the list again. It was just fucking great, man. It was absolutely fucking great. If there's one segment, if you're having a shitty day like I did, if you're having one of those fucking weeks where you're just down in the dumps and you need a fucking laugh to just put a smile on your face, this segment was it, man. I guarantee you. Go back and watch it. Find it on YouTube. If you DVR'd it, go back and watch it again. It was comedic gold. And this led to a tag team match, non-title. I thought it was going to be a championship match, but it was non-title that was made for later on in the show. Sheamus and Cesaro arrive, and they're bickering again, throwing each other's bags out of the car. Sami Zayn versus Titus O'Neil. This was a nice win for Sami Zayn, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. He did the Exploder Suplex on Titus O'Neil, which was very impressive, followed by the Helluva Kick. Still, Sami Zayn is directionless. Don't know what they're doing with him, but Sami Zayn is too good to be where he is right now. Anderson and Gallows versus Golden Truth. They did not get an intro, did Gallows and Anderson. Golden Truth did, though. So it shows you where Gallows and Anderson sit on the WWE totem pole. But they did deliver a magic killer, not only to R-Truth, but to Goldust as well. They did win, surprisingly, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And they did say that everybody should look out for them in the tag team division, that they are going to pretty much, take over the division, show how tough they can be. They're going to teach the division a lesson. Didn't we hear this already? I mean, am I supposed to believe these guys? They could barely get through Roman Reigns with AJ Styles. They lost to the New Day twice. And now, all because they beat the Golden Truth, I'm supposed to believe these guys about how they're going to run through the tag team division. Give me a break. Win the fucking titles and then come talk to me. I don't want to hear anything until that. But they did win, which was good. Because if Golden Truth won, please, I'd fucking pack their bags for them and send them back to New Japan myself. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, I should say, versus the New Day. Decent match. Obviously, you had Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher on commentary. And they really didn't play a role in this match. They had a nice little backstage segment with Jericho, which was kind of entertaining. But they really didn't play a part in this match, which I'm glad, thank God. They just sat in on commentary and just joked around with the commentary team. This match went 16 minutes and 25 seconds. All in all, it went 16 minutes. Seth Rollins came out at the end to pretty much distract Kevin Owens. He distracted Chris Jericho as he had Xavier Woods in the Lion Tamer, the good one, the fucking Lion Tamer, the brutal one where he has the knee dug into the fucking side of the head. And Seth Rollins cost Chris Jericho here as the New Day turned it into the Midnight Hour and pinned Chris Jericho at 60 minutes and 25 seconds. Very entertaining match, man, down the stretch. Rollins gives Jericho a pedigree, and that really gets under Kevin Owens' skin, pretty much sticking it to Owens that he's back, he's cleared, and he's coming for the not the United States Championship, the Universal Championship. And then we go to, what else we had? We had Rich Swann versus Tony. Listen, man, Tony Nese is fucking beast. This guy, the premier athlete, every sense of the fucking word, is he a premier athlete, man. He wins, sit out, pump handle, power slam at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Man, I love all these guys, man, so far that we've seen. I've been impressed with all these guys, watching them in the Cruiserweight Classic. I hope that translates to Monday Night Raw. Tony Nese and Rich Swann will get over, man. The crowd enjoys high-octane move. You got to let these guys go, but not at 4 minutes, man. You got to give these guys 10 minutes at least. You're not going to get anything accomplished with the Cruiserweights in 4 minutes. That goes to show you, this match alone goes to show you that WWE's time management for Monday Night Raw is fucking miserable. There's no reason why Rich Swann and Tony Nese are getting 4 minutes and 13 seconds on Monday Night Raw. It's a travesty. It's an absolute travesty, man. I love Rich Swann. I love his theme music. Tony Nese is a beast. Tony Nese was actually trending, and I'm glad to see him on Monday Night Raw, man. Out of all the other guys, obviously you had Ibushi, and you had Perkins, and Swann, and Alexander, and Grand Metalik, Rich Swann, Tony Nese, Noam Dar, Jack Gallagher. Tony Nese was one of those guys that really was flying under the radar, but I noticed his talent immediately in the Cruiserweight Classic. And I was hoping out of all those guys that blew everybody away that I just mentioned, that he was going to get signed. And I'm glad to see him on Monday Night Raw, man. He is the quintessential perfect Cruiserweight, man. He could fly. He could fucking level you with power. He can fucking do ground and pound. He can submit you. This guy can do it all. I'm glad to see him on Monday Night Raw. He gets a nice win over Rich Swann at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. But you got to give these guys more time, man. 4 minutes.
Remember to like
for
this
a
video
Tony Nese
and
Rich
comment
Swann match.
and subscribe
Cesaro
to my
and Sheamus
channel.
beat Raul White and Mark
And also
Cadreen.
go
Who the fuck cares?
follow me
1
on,
minute 55
follow
seconds.
me on Instagram.
Where this is going, again,
Bye.
I don't care. Obviously, this might be leading to a championship match at Hell in a Cell. But at this point,
soon.
does anybody care about these two as a team?
So follow me on Instagram.
Have they
at
had any
Darkside-
dissension?